brings this energy that you see. It was never meant to be about the money. I made good money. The first time that I did a pay-per-view here, my knees were shaking. This is the Madison Square Garden, the world's greatest arena. I don't care how many buildings they built around the world, and I have wrestled at the Tokyo Dome, and I've done events of 90,000 people, but this is still the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Let me hear you guys, come on! So now, the world's greatest arena is gonna get the world's greatest spectacular event, Lucha Libre, the world of the Luchadores. And I know you have seen a little glimpse, but you know, it's like when you eat the fake guacamole or the fake tacos. September 15th, you're gonna get the real deal. You're gonna get Lucha Libre AAA. You're gonna see the passion, the emotions. You're gonna see the best new generation. You're gonna see the legends. And I can just picture it being there. Sold out arena, right here at the Garden. Y ahí está, Roldán Jr. Viene desde la cuerda. 30, ahí está la catapulta. Viene para atrás, la cuenta del árbitro. 1, 2, por poquito. That's play-by-play in Spanish. Now, if you could just close your eyes for a second and just picture the biggest stars in our business today. And you're gonna be entertained for about 3 hours. These guys and girls, everything they do it so perfect. Even for a guy who's done so much, I still tell Dorian, I said, how can they do this? And they do it with so much love, and that is a Mexican culture. You know, after soccer, our football in Mexico, Lucha Libre is the second greatest sport. Even in soccer, you see guys with a mask of Pentagón Jr. or Blue Demon. This is like, and this is what we're going to bring September 15th. The Invasión de Luchadores. We're not just invading the world's greatest arena. We want to invade your hearts. We want to bring you the culture of the Lucha Libre, the superheroes, los rudos, the villains, los técnicos. You're going to see the most fantastic lucha that have you ever seen, with great storylines, with the beautiful lights and everything. I guarantee you that you're gonna have the best fun. And let me tell you something, when Hugo Savinovich says it's gonna be great, it's gonna be grande, glorioso, fantástico, spectacular. And just make sure you buy the tickets. I'm always selling the product. Mayo 5 de Mayo. Don't wait for the last minute. Tell everybody, bring even your mother-in-law to the show. It's going to be fantastic. And I'm going to bring right now the person that continues the tradition, the person that felt that passion of his uncle, Toño Antonio Peña, that felt the passion of his father, Licenciado Joaquín Roldán. And somehow, I don't know how he does it, and I'm a person, I'm always doing creative, I don't sleep that much, but this guy beats me all the way. I don't know how many days he spends in Mexico. He's all over the world, thinking that we have to bring the level of lucha higher and higher. MSG is going to be the beginning of something great. United States will never be the same. The world will never be the same. Lucha Libre has come to this part of the world to stay. His name is Dorian Roldán, and he's a dreamer. He's passionate. He's a hard-working guy. He is the general manager of AAA Worldwide, Dorian Roldán.
Well, guys, let me say thank you for the introduction, Hugo. It was a really warm welcome to the Madison Square Garden, and we're really happy to be here. It's great to be here in New York, guys. Basically, it's wonderful to be in this legendary arena, the Madison Square Garden. Thanks to all the crew, thanks Dylan and the staff of the garden for your warmth and all the hospitality that we have been here. We're really thrilled to be affiliated with the Madison Square Garden company, so thank you very much. I also want to thank the city of New York, and especially Kelly. Thank you very much from NYC and company and to be here in Manhattan, to be here in the most important wrestling weekend, and to have this announcement is really special, and I think it's one of the most important moments for AAA and for the company that was founded in 1992 by my uncle Antonio Peña. I also want to thank Carlos Gerardo and all the staff at the Mexican Consul Office in New York. This is really important, and as you know, the Lucha Libre is part of the Mexican heritage, is part of the Mexican roots, and we're really happy to bring our Luchadores. We're trying to learn everybody to say Luchadores. It's a little bit complicated, but it's wrestlers. In Spanish, it's Luchadores, and basically they are the Mexican superheroes. Thank you, Peter. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for believing Lucha Libre, and thank you for bringing Lucha Libre to America. Tony, all the staff, factory mate, and the people who have been behind in all these years of support. Finally, we're here. I know it's a reality to be here in the Madison Square Garden. And most especially, thanks to each of you in the media who have taken time today to be here for this announcement. And let me make a little break in Spanish. Tenemos a nuestros amigos de la prensa en México, en las oficinas de la AAA, viendo este evento. Bienvenidos, muchas gracias y esperamos también contar con toda la difusión para el mercado mexicano. Well, this is a game changer, this is a special day for AAA, and this is how we arrived to America, and this is going to be the kickoff of our strategy and our latest road efforts in New York at the most iconic sports venue in New York City. Equally important is to schedule the event around Mexican independence celebrations. After all, our sport is a culturally Mexican spectacle for the entire family. The appeal to families is why we think Lucha Libre AAA will also attract ticket buyers from the entire Hispanic community, as well as pro wrestling fans. Just a couple days ago, the Mexican government, basically the Senate and the House of Representatives over there, announced that September 21st is going to be the national day of the Mexican wrestling, of Lucha Libre. It's also going to be the national day of the Lucha Libre and the Luchadores. So we're really proud to announce that, and September is going to be an amazing day. September 15, having our first show at the principal venue in the Madison Square Garden, and after that, 17-21, having our wrestlers being honored by the government as the National Lucha Libre Day. So we're really happy to announce that. I'm excited to share with you guys the colorful performance and exciting action in the ring with New Yorkers. We hope to attract a lot of new fans for our roster of Luchadores, and we are just going to start in Madison Square Garden, and we are bringing our show to other venues all across America. New York is going to be the first market, the second one is going to be Los Angeles. We hope to give a new announcement about it in the next couple of weeks, but we're happy to be here. And at this time I will ask Hugo, who is one of the most passionate guys I have ever met in this business, at the podium, to help me to introduce some of the best luchadores from our lineup. We have asked them to join us here today, and ladies and gentlemen, here are the luchadores of Lucha Libre AAA.
He is known as one of the baddest dudes. He's Machiavellical. He's a rudo. He is the mind that wants to destroy everybody around him. Everybody knows him. He's not very friendly. He is Konnan! One of the rudos, one of the bad guys, Konnan! We also love to bring to you one of the most spectacular luchadores. He is Daga! My friend, color commentator and play-by-play, Jose Manuel Guillen calls him the coolest cat in AAA. He is Puma King! One of the best aerial wrestlers, internationally famous, Aerostar! Ciudad Mexico champion, she is La Buena Loca. She is Taya. Her father was part of the Four Horsemen, a great champion. His daughter hasn't stopped short of that glory. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the United States, we have Tessa Blanchard. The legend lives. This is one of the most iconic masks in the world of lucha. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have the legend, Blue Demon Jr. He is ranked as one of the top luchadores in the world, bringing his talent as far as countries as Japan. When he wrestles, the passion, you will see it in every second of his action. Here we have Pentagón Jr. We go right to the important stuff. You're here to check out this legends, movie star, and the guy could also dance. He did some dancing stuff, pretty good. Not only in the ring, but he is one of the great luchadores, the legend itself, Blue Demon Jr.
Muy buenos días, muchas gracias por la asistencia de los medios, de todos los invitados, de mis compañeros de AAA, del presidente Dorian, Roldán de Konnan, de todos mis compañeros. Y para mí que es el día más importante para los mexicanos, porque estamos haciendo historia. El que la lucha libre mexicana llegue al Madison Square Garden es algo histórico. Hace muchos años se presentaron luchadores mexicanos, pero con empresas americanas. En esta ocasión, el 15 de septiembre, la lucha libre mexicana invade totalmente lo que es el Madison Square Garden y regresa y continúa la leyenda. Así como mi padre alguna vez luchó aquí, me va a tocar luchar en esta ocasión en el Madison Square Garden, y estoy muy orgulloso de que la lucha libre mexicana toque justamente aquí, el centro de Nueva York. Agradezco a todos los presentes y sobre todo a todos los que hicieron posible este gran sueño, no nada más mío, sino del señor Dorian Roldán, de mis compañeros de Konnan, de cada uno de ellos, de estar aquí en esta magna función festejando algo que es muy nuestro. Sin decirles más, les agradezco y de verdad vengan, compartan y sean parte de la historia. Muchas gracias.
Come on down September 15th and be part of that historic great show of lucha. She is tough, she is beautiful, and she's married to Johnny Mundo, so behave. Ladies and gentlemen, we have La Buena Loca, Taya.
Buenos días a todos. Bueno, me siento súper orgullosa de estar aquí representando a esta gran empresa y a la lucha libre mexicana al nivel mundial y ahora en Nueva York. I'm so happy to be representing Lucha Libre here in Madison Square Garden. From Canada to here, I don't know, that's pretty crazy. And I can think of a better company to be with, I can think of better wrestlers to be with, and yeah, let's make history in September.
Love that. Let's make history in September. When I do play-by-play with Guillen, this is one of the guys that when he just hits the music and comes in, you already want to root for him. Passionate, a true professional, young, and he is one of our top superstars. Cero Miedo, Pentagón Jr.
Gracias, muy buenos días a todos, muy contentos de estar aquí, como ya lo dijeron mis compañeros, ya lo dijo la leyenda viviente Blue Demon. Para todos nosotros, Es un orgullo estar aquí en el Madison Square Garden de Nueva York, ya que para nosotros la lucha libre es parte de nuestra cultura como país. Y qué mejor que AAA sea la primera empresa totalmente mexicana que hagamos un show aquí. Hoy, todos nosotros y todos mis demás compañeros estamos comprometidos a brindar el mejor show de lucha libre que la gente pueda ver aquí. Así es que yo los invito a que este 15 de septiembre nosotros, todos nosotros vengamos aquí y demos el grito juntos. Es más, ¿para qué nos esperamos al 15 de septiembre? Todos ustedes tienen una máscara, ¿no? Pónganse la máscara. Quiero invitar a todos. Put the mask, please.
All of you guys have a mask, a Pentagón Jr. You guys can put on the mask.
Put the mask, please. Everyone, put the mask. Todos. Come on, everybody. Y todos vamos a gritar: ¡Viva la lucha libre! ¡Viva la lucha libre! ¡Viva México! ¡Viva! ¡Viva Antonio Peña, el padre de la lucha libre en México! ¡Viva la lucha libre! Come on, guys.
The father of Lucha of Mexico.
Yes. ¡Viva México! ¡Viva México! Nos vemos 15 de septiembre aquí. Y ya saben, puro ¡cero! ¡Miedo! Thank you, guys.
It is like a mixture of what you could see if you go back to the history of Coliseo Romano, you know, the Roman Colosseum, you know, the spectacular events that they put on that structure. Yet, at the same time, you see legends compete, you see the new generation, but there's a creative mind behind all of that. And I'm going to introduce you to that creative mind. He is such a bad guy, such a villano, a rudo. He's such a heel that I hate him when he's in the ring. Me hace odiarlo. Hace tan bueno lo que él hace como villano que quieres estrangular. You want to strangle this guy. You want to say, how come you're so bad? How come you are such a rudo? That is the lucha passion. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Konnan!
Gracias a toda la prensa que está aquí. Thank you to all the press that's here. I just want to give you a quick story. We were here 24 years ago when it was a Paramount Theater. AAA came here. And the founder of AAA, his name is Antonio Peña, he walked out into the parking lot and he pointed to Madison Square Garden and he said, one day we're going to be here, and here we are. And I can just tell you this, that Lucha Libre is entertainment like you've never seen before. You've never been to Lucha Libre, you're going to come away amazed. We're coming to New York, it's going to be lit. And all I can tell you is thank you. Come watch Lucha Libre AAA. It's like no other form of entertainment you've ever seen. I guarantee you that. Thank you very much.
Before we have the next luchador, you're not going to follow instructions, otherwise I don't get paid. They want all of us to get a little bit more together for the formal picture. So, yes.
We're going to take the podium now, guys. We're going to take the podium now. Hold on a second. Right here for the first, thank you.
so now will be questions you guys want to ask to our superstars, los luchadores. Any questions? No questions? Here we go. It always happens. After the first one, everybody goes.
Like that ground, you know, daily news. Hugo, will you be managing anybody?
No, no manager. They hit me too hard on my career as a manager. Now I just play by play.
Those are the rumors.
No manager.
Bueno, hola en español de México.
Hola.
En el 94, AAA fue considerada la mejor o la segunda mejor empresa e incluso llenaba locales que ni la WWF llenaba. Podemos volver a ver a AAA llegar a ese nivel en el que tenía gente como los gringos locos que eran consideradas la mejor pareja del mundo.
The question for the Mexican press in 1994, AAA was outdrawing WWF in many of the arenas and had guys like the Gringo Loco on it. Is this the time that we will see that big resurgence of AAA? Dorian, you want to take that one?
Sí, muchas gracias por la pregunta. Y bueno, realmente lo que esperamos creemos que la AAA hoy en día cuenta con uno de los mejores rosters que ha tenido a lo largo de toda su historia. Hoy en día estás viendo a grandes luchadores y grandes personas, grandes personajes que se han posicionado como uno de los mejores a nivel mundial. Tienes a los Lucha Brothers, a todos los aquí presentes, a gente, a Taya, Blue Demon. Yo creo que realmente estamos en un momento donde la AAA quiere tomar una globalización de su producto. Queremos llevar a todos estos luchadores, queremos llevar a todos nuestros personajes a todo el mundo y veremos eso el 15 de septiembre, donde esperamos llenar esta gran arena, pero no solo eso, sino realmente hacer otra vez una invasión de todo el mercado americano, de todos los diferentes lugares. Creemos, y lo hemos visto a través de estos años que estos luchadores han estado acá, que hay un gran potencial y por supuesto creemos que tenemos una gran oportunidad de estar en Estados Unidos diferenciándonos de la WWE, pero atrayendo a un público con una alta calidad luchística.
Any more questions?
Sí, soy residente de España. Quería preguntarle...
¿De dónde tú eres? Suena como de un sitio lejos de Europa.
Sí, bueno, de España soy. Bueno, dos pequeñas preguntas. Por un lado, estamos viendo todas las alianzas internacionales que tiene el AAA, recientemente la de All Elite, también tenemos la de Impact Wrestling. Quería preguntar si podremos esperar presencia de este tipo de talento de empresas en el magno evento del Madison Square Garden. Y la segunda, ya de forma más corta, estoy comentando hablar de la expansión acá por Estados Unidos y por México. También hay planes para una expansión en otros países fuera de estos, para hacer show quizá en otros países, como bien se vio en Japón hace un par de años. Gracias.
Spain wants to know if AAA will be having more stars in this total conquest of United States, and from the companies already have an alliance, like All Elite Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, and also about going to other countries. So I guess it would be Dorian, the right guy to ask.
Well, basically, we haven't announced the lineup for the show that we're going to have here in the Madison Square Garden. We are going to have really big surprises, and we hope that basically all the alliance and all the different companies join to this show. But it's something that we're going to announce in the next months. For your second question, it's basically the answer. US is one of our focus markets to expand the brand. Basically, we are also going to present shows in Latin America. We're going to be in Colombia. There are some plans for certain European markets, but right now our focus is America. It's basically where we're having our growing, and we're going to have our expansion this year and the next one, starting here in New York at the Madison Square Garden, after that Los Angeles. But we will be really proud to announce all the plans that we have to invade the US also with a touring next year. So that's it.
So you heard it from that headset, some scoops. There'll be some big names, surprises added to this Lucha Extravaganza Invasión del Madison Square Garden. Okay, any more questions?
Question for Konnan and Pentagón. I know that Lucha Libre is such a part of the fabric of the society in Mexico, but in terms of the United States, it's just blown up the last 20 years. Konnan, you've seen it all. Are you surprised? And Pentagón, a little bit younger and one of the major stars in today's world, are you surprised by that as well, the popularity within the United States?
First of all, I want to get to the question of the first gentleman who had asked if Hugo might be a manager, and I would subscribe to the theory of never let the truth get in the way of a good story. and we're trying to sell tickets. Hugo may or may not manage something.
Y para mí es un orgullo representar la lucha libre. Nosotros somos solo una pequeña parte de lo que es lucha libre. Nosotros estamos muy contentos de ser partícipes de este gran evento y ahora que nuestra conquista realmente va a ser cuando la lucha libre sea aún más popular aquí en los Estados Unidos de lo que es el día de hoy.
Savinovich was just saying that being here at the most famous arena, it's fantastic, but the real conquest will be where Lucha Libre, Luchadores, become the most popular lucha in the whole world, United States. Konnan?
Let me answer your question because to me, Lucha Libre reminds me a lot of hip hop, which obviously started right here in New York with, you know, Puerto Ricans and African Americans, and it was a New York thing, which then you had Southern rap and Midwest rap and West Coast and gangster rap and all the genres, and it became global. And to me, Lucha is the same way. When we first brought Lucha here, like in 96 or 97, the ECW, then the WCW, a lot of people were resisting it. If you remember, the commentators wouldn't talk about it. They would talk about other matches. Some of the wrestlers didn't like the new style because it was something they didn't know how to do. And at the beginning, only Mexicans were luchadores. And now you go around, and it's a global phenomenon where you have Filipinos and African Americans, and everybody is now is a luchador, and it's a global brand, a lot like hip hop. And so I'm very proud of what Lucha's done in the last 20 years and what it's about to do in the next 20.
All right, any more questions?
Yes, Doc Haas, Fourth Wall WrestleCast. I'd like to know, will the show in September be on television or streaming anywhere, any sort of availability or any information you can share with us on that?
We're going to go right with Dorian again.
Okay.
Basically, yes, we are having like final conversations and final discussions that basically, I don't like to say too many times, but we are going to give more announcements in the next weeks.
Thank you. All right, I like it. More questions? Who we have here?
Yes, Simon Applebaum from Tomorrow Be Televised, the promo by television on Blog Talk Radio and iHeartRadio. Tessa and Taya, this is for you. In the last 7 or 8 months, there have been a lot of breakthroughs in terms of women in professional wrestling. The WWE Evolution event last fall, the fact that WrestleMania this Sunday is going to have the first main event involving women in its history. The Women of Wrestling League, the Dave McLean of Glow fame started, which is coming back for a second scene this fall. How do you see this event elevating women in your league?
Gracias. It's pretty amazing. I mean, luchadoras have always been, you know, competing against men and minis and everybody in Mexico as part of Lucha Libre. And so I feel like it's really great to finally see us as luchadoras getting attention internationally, and that comes with the growth and the popularity of this art form and the sport. So I'm just super excited to be representing what I love and what really changed me and made me the performer that I am on this platform and with all these people. And I hope to represent luchadoras worldwide the best that I can, and I can't wait to do it September 15th.
Well, at first I'd like to point out, like, while I am Tully's daughter, I've also accomplished things on my own as well. I'm here representing America, and I'm also representing Impact Wrestling. Taya won that Impact Championship from me, and I need her to not forget that. So when, not if, given the chance, I'll take it right back. So yeah, I'm very excited to represent women's wrestling. Women's wrestling is so hot right now, but I don't need a championship belt to know that I am the best women's wrestler in the world, and when given the chance, I'll prove that to you again.
Con permiso, señorita. Aquí es la lucha libre AAA y Impact Wrestling. Y cuando quieres, vamos. Otra vez, los dos campeonatos. Cabrona?
Oh, the last word I'm not going to translate. But Taya did say, I'm ready, let's do it. Any more questions? Okay, una más. This is it?
Hi, Ross Berman of WrestleZone. You recently announced that Cain Velasquez signed for Triple Mania. Is there any plan to have Cain Velasquez in Madison Square Garden?
Fantastic question. Dorian, here we go again.
There's possibilities to that happen. Basically, right now our commitment with Cain is just for one show, but there's also more opportunities coming in this way. As I said,
we are going to give more announcements in the next weeks.
Thank you very much.
Did this guy, Cain, he looks like he could kick some butt, Dorian. Are you sure you did the right signing?
Basically, I think Cain is one of the best, he's one of the best fighters all around the world in the MMA and to bring, and right now that it's like really popular to bring different combat sports to the same ring. I think to bring Cain to Mexico is really important for us. It's going to open the richness of our audience to different markets. So we're really happy to have it here.
Well, you heard it from El Jefe, from Dorian. More announcements, a lot of things happening. La invasión del Madison Square Garden. We are not just invading the world's most famous arena, we are invading the hearts of the people of the United States, the Americans and all the Latinos. This is going to be fantastic. I want to ask Jorge to come down and a round of applause for Jorge, our man.
You know how I feel? I feel I want to fight one of you guys before I go. No, I'm just kidding. It's been a beautiful press conference, and I've seen the future now. I think you guys are going to do great here in the city of New York. I have covered many news here in the city, and I think this event is going to be huge. So for the investors, you guys did a great job doing this. The press conference is over. If you want to ask questions in Spanish to the wrestlers, or to Hugo Savinovich, which is more famous than Ricky Martin in Puerto Rico, you can do so. You can do so in Spanish and English. And thank you for inviting me to this event. And you have our support with all the media, for sure. Thank you very much.